how do we feel about keeping up ending? I just don't know life without it.
Kim Kardashian says she's ready to be happy again in a new Keeping Up with the Kardashians teaser. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have got to talk about what is coming up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Fiona Zaring, joined by the wonderful Mariah Davis. So Mariah, the final season of Keeping Up is airing right now, and there is truly so much crazy stuff that is on its way. We're gonna dive right into this mid-season teaser they just released. We're truly nearing the end, like the end of an era, no more Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think it's so shocking as fans to process this. But of course, that realization is taking a toll on the Kardashians themselves. In this teaser, we hear Scott saying the fear of everything stopping is scary to me, and Kendall Jenner confesses that she just doesn't know life without keeping up with the Kardashians, which is so crazy if you think about it. I mean, she's literally been doing this since she was a kid. I mean, I can't imagine what this transitional phase in their lives must feel like. Obviously, it's not like the show was canceled, right? I mean, they made this decision to move on, but I have to imagine it stirred up some anxiety towards the end to just walk away, start a new chapter. It can be scary.
Right. I'm sure it's totally bittersweet because I can imagine them wanting to have a life that isn't constantly broadcasted and shared with the world. But it's also for some of them. I mean, they have their own businesses. Kendall just started her own tequila brand. We know Kylie Jenner has had cosmetics, skincare line, like all the works, as well as Kim Kardashian. But I feel like there are some who are like, well, what now? Though it will be nice to experience life in a totally different way, it's also kind of like, well, this is what really made us, you know? So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the rest of their lives. I'm sure this isn't going to be the last we see of them. I'm sure there's going to be some type of play. I think we've heard some rumors about something happening with Hulu in the future. So we'll just have to stay tuned and see what they end up doing.
Yeah, totally. And I'm with you. Like, obviously, we know there is something in the works. I mean, these are the Kardashians, but clearly they made a choice to walk away from this exact moment in their lives, how this was structured, you know, this show, this content. So it is going to be really crazy to see what that next phase for them looks like. But getting back to this teaser, because truly the crazy thing is, as this is their lives, right? Like, this is real life. Obviously, you know, it's amped up for reality TV, whatever. But the final season, I'm thinking of like a narrative TV show, right? You hold nothing back. The storylines are crazy. You really go all out. And the way this final season is falling, they really are going to have some crazy storylines as we inch closer and closer to that finale. One of the most emotional moments in this teaser is a conversation between Kim and Kris where they're seemingly discussing Kim's marriage struggles.
Yeah, I feel like a loser, you know? I just want you to be happy and joyful.
Yeah, and I'm ready too.
Kim obviously did not officially file for divorce until February 19th of 2021. So again, what we're going to be seeing will vary, of course, what they end up putting in the show. But basically my takeaway from this is they're gonna go there. Like, this is not going to be that elephant in the room that doesn't really make the cut of the series because they wanted to keep it behind closed doors. It looks like they're really holding nothing back with this last season. And I think fans are going to be really invested to watch like these emotions play out for Kim, because let's face it, when that divorce was announced, it was a big deal. It was a huge pop culture moment.
Well, I mean, it almost seems like how could something this big like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, like splitting up, divorcing, not make the show? I do think they're going to go out with a bang because it's the end of an era like we've talked about. They've already had 20 seasons sharing their personal lives. So it makes sense that they would cover this divorce. They've covered Kim's last divorce. So it's heavy and it really seems like they're putting it all out there, but fans, you know, we talked about this in a previous episode. They feel so entitled to know the ins and outs of their personal lives. But I do think it's going to be like good closure for everyone to just kind of see them go out with the bang, get all of the personal details that they like are longing for and they feel entitled for. And then we're going to follow up with that reunion, which we've also talked about is going to also really go there. So it's going to be interesting to see all that they really cover and all that they share with us.
Yeah, and especially on the Kim and Kanye front, I mean, we had been talking about this for a long time. There were so many rumors, right? It really did feel like this was kind of a long time coming. They were living in separate states for quite some time. I mean, it really feels like they did everything they could. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't the right thing for Kim and Kanye anymore. And I think that that journey is going to be something that, as much as we've talked about it, there have been headlines, source reporting, you hear little bits and pieces. You think you know the real story. You think you know what happened behind the scenes. It's going to be really fascinating, I think, for people to get some real candid reactions as to what that felt like, what that looked like in the moment. So definitely going to be some emotional episodes as the season continues to unfold. But Kim is not going to be the only Kardashian making what is truly a life-changing decision as we wrap up the show. It looks like from this teaser that Khloe is seriously considering surrogacy. We see Tristan saying to her, like, your sister has done it before. It's not a foreign concept. Basically, like, go for it if that's what you want to do. Khloe also says, like, she's wondering if surrogacy is really going to work for her and her family. So this is something that's clearly weighing on her. She's trying to figure it out. And the other thing is, we know that obviously Khloe and Tristan's relationship has been rocky. We're going to get into the present day, question mark in a second here. But over the season, we've seen Tristan with the Kardashians in a way that we, haven't really necessarily seen before. And Kris actually reassures Khloe that she really wants just what's best for Khloe. Whatever Khloe thinks is the right decision for her life, for her family, she's on board.
I really want you guys here. I've missed you guys. It's not the same without y'all.
There's nothing that I would love more than to see you grow old with the dad of your children.
Now, this is the thing. Like, I feel so sad even saying this, but we know right this second that there are new cheating rumors out there. What truth there is to the matter, where they're coming from, all of that can definitely be unpacked. But it's going to be a little bit interesting, I think, once a rumor, even if there's no truth to it, like that is out there in the headlines. Watching these scenes back where they're talking about expanding their family, that's going to just add a whole nother level to this.
It's really sad to think about, like, we're going to see this play out. We're going to see this really special exchange between Khloe and Tristan and him totally supporting her, Kris totally supporting her, and then to have the knowledge we know now, and who knows what we're going to find out later on. Like you said, whether this is all rumors, my personal opinion is like, how could literally all of it be a lie? I think there's got to be some resemblance to truth in there. I don't know, but it's going to be sad to see it play out regardless, because we know what we know now. And regardless of what circumstances are going to be then, it's going to be kind of brutal to see. I mean, it kind of seems like what we've seen throughout the seasons of Keeping Up with Kardashians, Khloe never really seems to catch a break. So it is going to be sad to see, but we all know life moves on, and who knows what information we're going to have once the season actually airs and we see this episode happen. We could already have answers to it.
Yeah, it is truly crazy. I'm with you. I just want Khloe to be happy. I feel like she has gone through so much. I hope that we get some good news. Obviously this is playing out in real time, you guys. So this is one of those headlines we're keeping our eyes on, waiting for more info. But I certainly hope that only good things are coming to Khloe in the future. Mariah, I just still can't get over it. It truly is the end of an era. It feels like it's moving so swiftly. It's coming up so fast. Like you said, we have that crazy reunion special to be excited about too. But I feel like it's going to feel really strange, right? Once Keeping Up with the Kardashians airs its last episode, it's really going to feel like, I don't know, for as long as I can remember, there's been Keeping Up with the Kardashians to look forward to. Like, it's crazy.
Right? I mean, 20 seasons, that's so much. We have literally seen them grow up, them grow into these incredible women who have these flourishing careers. It's going to be so interesting. I can't imagine, I haven't been the best at keeping up with the Kardashians. I haven't watched all of the seasons, but I know people who have, and this is probably honestly devastating for them for it to come to an end. I mean, again, I don't think we've seen the last of them, But what I'm most interested in seeing is like what their lives are going to be like following. What are we going to hear about in the news? Because we're not going to get a bunch of coverage anymore about what to expect from this next episode. So it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with their lives and how we're going to see them in a totally different light, I think.
It is going to be so crazy, but you guys, it is also going to be so exciting. All of us Kardashian fans out there, we just got to band together so we can keep up through these final days and really unpack it all. Of course, we will keep you updated as we learn more about the coming episodes and just what is going on with the Kardashians in real life, because it truly can be kind of difficult to keep up. On that note, you guys, we of course want to know your thoughts on this wild teaser and the final season, so let us know down in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, joined by the wonderful Mariah Davis. If you want to come say hi, our social handles are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.